Hey, everybody, welcome back to the fifth floor.
Is
It's
it the
Wednesday.
fifth floor?
I don't know. Is it the fifth floor? It might be the fifth floor.
But are we midweek, so it's the fifth floor? We're only halfway
Sure.
up because
Yeah,
it's
we only made
midweek.
it halfway up the hospital so far. You know, it's Wednesday. There's only been 3 episodes broadcast of General Hospital on ABC.
I've never even heard of the fifth floor.
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. What's on GHS? Everybody, let's speculate. This is where the cafeteria is? I don't know. What floor is the chapel on? Are we having a religious experience?
Mm. Hey, you guys, guess what I found this week? Guess what I found this week?
What'd you find?
Remember? Remember I told you guys I was looking for it?
Uh-huh.
I found that silly magazine.
You did? Okay, so it wasn't at the local grocery store, but it was at the Target?
It was at Winco.
Oh, okay, so it was at the most second.
It was at Winco, which is, not that big of a chain of grocery stores here, but it is a, it's a chain of grocery stores. Yeah, that's where I found it.
Okay, all right. Hey, so, but you don't have it with you to show the cover, but it's the 60th anniversary magazine.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Matthew has one on the way to his house.
Oh, I do. All
right. Because his mom is so nice.
You are so nice. Thank you so much for that. I mean, I could have found it on my own, but now I don't have to.
Now you don't have to.
Hey to Evelyn. Hey, Janet. Hey. Welcome. I guess to the fifth floor. I don't know what we're calling it. Just random musings. Hey, I don't know if you looked at Twitter before we broadcast, Ma, but I picked a picture of you at the Savoy as the cover art for this.
Really?
Yeah, it's you behind the bar, filling in for Nika.
I remember that.
Yeah. So I use that, and then the caption is, "We're going back to Port Charles."
Oh, you guys, yes we are.
Because we are, folks. That's one of the main reasons why I wanted to come on. I'm tweeting that we're on, by the way, for anybody else. Yes. Because we secured it today, 100%. This is happening, unless, something happens on the other end, not ours.
Yeah.
In June, we're 100% definitely going back to the General Hospital Convention. 2023.
Matt have tickets.
Matt and Cat have tickets.
Yep. As of today, this afternoon, Matt and Cat have tickets.
Yes. And so, last year we went, it was 3 years in the making. We had bought the tickets, I think, either when we had just started a podcast or just prior to podcasting.
Just prior to podcasting.
Okay, so we were going to go. We were just going to go as fans before we even had the pod.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it got delayed because of COVID. Like 2 years in a row or something. And so we weren't able to go until last year.
It was delayed. They came up with a new date 3 times.
Yeah.
Oof. They did.
But this time we don't have to wait that long.
We sure don't. We don't. Oh my gosh. And it's not that far away, really.
No, it's in June. It's only in 4 months. I mean, less than 4 months, because I think it's the beginning of June.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So we're going to go back. So last time we went, since it was such a long time in making, since we had gotten the tickets before we even podcasted, before, we had just barely started on YouTube at the time, it was definitely, I think, an experience that we were enjoying as mother and son, as fans of the show. But since we've already experienced it once, now we can focus a little more on, bringing cool stuff to you guys in some sort of fair capacity that won't get us sued.
Yes. So, yes, we're going to try to bring you guys a little, and we did this last year too, but we're going to try to be a little better at it this year.
Yeah.
So we're going to try
now I know what to expect.
Content, but at the same time, we have to be careful because they will approach you and say, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they will. Yeah. I mean, the main convention. So there's the main convention, which is the Q&A panels and stuff. And hey, Double C, GH was really good today. I heard. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but I'm sure it was amazing. Oh, by the way, we have the new broadcast set up. What do you think of this, folks? Let me know. Give me your honest feedback. I mean, not right now, but in the comments, because we're not going to get a whole lot of live people. It's 10 o'clock for most of the world or later.
Sure is.
If only we were East Coast.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, no. I mean, I work West Coast time, so that's not going to happen. So yeah, in the comments after you've liked and subscribed to the channel, let me know what you think of the little ECG, whatever, EKG vitals setup. Oh, thank you, Janet. Very cool. Oh, Janet's so kind. And yeah, Juanita, we get to go. You get to go along with us. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, to a degree. So there's the
Yes.
main convention with the Q&A and all that kind of stuff, like I was trying to talk about. But then they also have like these side events that are connected to the convention, but aren't really. I don't know. It's hard to describe, because it's like extra stuff you would have to buy an extra ticket for or get the correct pass to attend, like the karaoke night and the concert night and things like that. Those are things that are independent of the convention that you can get a separate ticket for just that. So if you didn't care about the Q&As and just wanted to watch William Lipton's band, you could do that. So those events are a little less regulated, like the concerts and stuff. I could probably get all kinds of little short clip videos and pictures of whoever's going to be a singing.
Yes.
So that'll be fun.
Yes.
That'll be exciting. And maybe we'll do, separate karaoke this time. So we get some pictures or something of that.
Maybe, huh?
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. Because it was so weird. So they had karaoke. So that was super fun. That was hosted by William Lipton and James Patrick Stewart. Right? Yeah.
It sure was.
Yeah, because Bradford Anderson was the concert.
Yes.
Yeah. Him and Lipton.
And William.
Yeah. William Lipton was all over that convention.
Yeah, he was.
He must really definitely live in Los Angeles. He might even live in Burbank, like right near the hotel.
So right now, there's not that many guests. I know that it's going to grow by quite a bit. The guest list, who's going to be there.
Yeah.
But right now, it's Laura Wright
mm-hmm.
and Cameron
Matheson. Yeah. So they have two couples right now.
Yeah.
They have crew, Carly and Drew, Laura Wright, Cameron Matheson, and Vanna. So far, they've got Finola Hughes and James Patrick Stewart are booked as well. Sandy says she wants Kelly Monaco. She's underutilized. Maybe Kelly Monaco will show up. She was temporarily booked last time. Oh my God, this guest list changed so much
because the date changed so many times that they jumped in and out of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So people came and went and all that kind of stuff, and they had to delay it so much that the guest list would stay the same for like months at a time, and then finally they would do some sort of massive update, and then like you would find out that Josh Swickard wasn't coming anymore, but in his place, Bradford Anderson is gonna be there. That kind of stuff.
Yes.
We're gonna have way less of that. So I imagine who they're booking now is going to, barring unforeseen circumstances, be who's going to be at the con.
Now they're trying to negotiate that right now because it's not that far away.
No, not that far away. And since they finished the pre-sales today, so we get the pre-sale, so it's we're special VIPs. Hey Daisy, welcome. Well, it is a surprise, and we're going to try to do Wednesday nights a little more often. Just to talk about
we're going to try. We're going to try.
It's hard, being so GH specific. It's a little difficult.
Yeah.
We'll have to start doing movie reviews. Starting with the 90s Brady Bunch movies. We're gonna keep on dancing all through the night. Gonna keep on doing it right.
Matt,
I'm sorry. I got sucked in.
That was probably during the time when we had the black box.
Oh, I think so. That was a big 90s movie for sure. Definitely. Hey, Daisy wants to know if Sabrina will be there. As it stands right now, only 4 actors have been announced. My whole point before talking about the Brady Bunch was that since they finished the pre-sale today, I imagine there's going to be some sort of update on the website March 1st or so, when the regular tickets go on sale.
Yeah.
So I would imagine there's going to be some sort of update as to who's going to be there, what sort of events are they going to have, a more full picture of what to expect.
Yes, because they need something. They need a bigger draw than what they currently have on the website. They got right now there's almost nothing there.
Well, they got 4 really prominent stars on the show right now.
But
that's not enough to bring 1,500 to 2,000 people.
Either. They don't have a schedule events either.
No, they don't have anything like that. So Daisy, as it stands right now, Sabrina has not been announced. Double C says Victor should be there. Victor has not been announced. I would be shocked if Sabrina isn't included. I would be flabbergasted if they were not able to get Nicholas Chavez and Tabyana Ali.
So last year, you guys, my goodness, I want them to be there. Last year, you guys, one evening, we did do a podcast, a lengthy, with some
a lengthy one. We talked about the whole con. One. You guys,
and we did a lot of we did a few little short things, but we did do a lengthy podcast while we were there last year, and we will do that this year too.
Jeannie Francis is never there either, says Sandy. Yeah, so we're gonna do updates. We'll probably do a good update at the end of every day. I mean, we'll figure out something solid to bring y'all. I was even thinking of after the fact doing maybe even a private Zoom where people can talk to us if they wanted to. Maybe there's some sort of raffle or giveaways or something that we might be able to muster. I don't know. Steal from James Lott Jr. a little bit.
We could buy some merch there.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Sandy says Jeannie Francis is never there either. Let me tell you guys, if you've never been to a GH convention, if you've never been to an event or anything like that, you haven't been able to experience this yourself. There are super effing stars on this show that are kind of too famous to a degree to be controllable, honestly. So Finola Hughes, for example, her line was a mile long for autographs. And on the day that she was there, the attendance was at its peak.
Yep.
Because she has such a huge fan base. And people were there not only just for General Hospital. They were there because they loved Charmed. They were there because they loved Saturday Night Fever too. There's just other things in her career that was drawing. Oh, Finola Hughes going to be there. I want to get her autograph. I love her, blah, blah, blah.
And you can buy a la carte days. You don't have to, we buy a package. We don't want to miss a thing.
Right.
We buy a package, but you can buy things a la carte.
Nice, Sandy. I'm glad you've been to many fantasy events, so you know exactly what we're talking about. So for anybody else that hasn't been to something like this, here's a little insight. So Finola's thing was a mile long. If they were bringing Jeannie Francis, that takes extra special consideration for something like that. So it's entirely possible that it's just difficult to include Jeannie Francis in something like this, or she just lives in New York and wants to hang out with Commander Riker. I don't know.
Well, I won't be disappointed if there isn't anybody new there that I didn't get to see or meet last year.
Yeah,
but I sure hope there's somebody different that I didn't get to meet last year.
I want to meet Hat Daddy.
Oh, Hat Daddy would be awesome, huh?
Because I want to convince him to come on the show. I want to know what Robert Gossett's life was like. What are his inspirations for martial arts? What did he think was going on when he joined the show? I want to know these things.
Last year, we left the convention with a guest with a guest coming on.
We sure did.
So hopefully this year we can leave the convention with a guest coming on.
Yeah, that would be super amazing.
Hopefully.
That'd be super amazing. Thank you, Janet, for the compliments. Sandy, been to many fantasy events, and she has met many of the stars, so she's been very lucky. Sandy, you should share some pictures sometime. Add us on Twitter. Share them around. We'd love to see.
Yep.
I mean, I'm sure you have already. So just reply to those tweets and just put at 10th floor GH and I'll see them. Double C's been to a convention, an All My Children convention.
Oh.
Now, that would be something. If they were able to do that, get a handful of stars together for a live appearance.
Would not be awesome if Michael E. Knight was there.
Oh my gosh, it would be super. He wasn't included in the 60th anniversary picture, though, so who knows? Who knows? You can ask him about being on the closer. See, there you go. All kinds of different questions that we could ask Robert Gossett on the show. If you meet him, you'll be like 3 degrees to Kevin Bacon, says Nikisha. Nikisha. Oh my gosh. Nikisha. I think I'm 1 degree separated from Kevin Bacon just already. Play a game. I'm really good at 6 degrees to Kevin Bacon, by the way. Name somebody. I'll prove it to you. Yeah, because, I met, who did I meet? I don't know. I've met all kinds of people. I think it's through wrestling that I'm very, very closely connected to Kevin. I know someone that knows him.
Yeah, probably. How about that wrestling? How about the wrestler kid that was, the 90210?
Yeah, he's big. He's big. He's a big deal now. He's wrestling in the company AEW as Jungle Boy.
Yeah, he's Luke Perry's kid, right?
Luke Perry's kid, yeah, Luke Perry's kid. So I met Luke Perry. William Shatner? Oh, okay. All right. Well, the pressure's on. I mean, so that's pretty. I mean, William Shatner's very easy because I'm a big Star Trek fan. William
Matthew
Shatner
got another
was in Star Trek
podcast.
Generations with Patrick Stewart, who was in X-Men First Class with Kevin Bacon. Boom.
There you go.
Hey. But yeah, I've got another little podcast going on here on this channel, Deck 10. About Star Trek.
Matt, you do another podcast, the 10th what?
The Deck 10. Deck
10.
Yes, Deck 10. And I do that with Matt. Not me, Matt. The other Matt.
It's Matt and Matt.
I
watched it a couple of days ago, Matt.
Good, I'm glad. I did. I've only excuse me. I have only done a couple of them, and and I only co-host with people whose name rhymes with mine.
Things that way, huh?
Cat, Matt, and Matt. So that's a good time. He's a uber nerd. He's a super nerdy Star Trek geek, and it's great. It's great because he comes to it with just so much just directed passion. And you guys know me, and I'm an uncontrollable ball of energy. So the difference between the two of us when it comes to our presentation is very fun.
And I have a feeling that you remember things for Star Trek better than you do GH.
Well, I have the advantage of having seen a lot of Star Trek multiple times.
Yes, you have.
GH I generally watch once, unless it's super good and I'll go rewatch a scene that I really liked, but that's pretty seldom.
That's true.
Yeah. Oh, Leanne says great insights and behind the scenes info from Deck 10. So there you go. You know, I mean, when it comes down to it, you know, there's a lot of really established podcasting channels out there when it comes to Star Trek because it's a massive franchise. There's been a lot of really dorky people that loved it for a long time. You know, like we jumped into the world of soap podcasting, which is a very tiny world. There isn't that much out there when it comes to soap operas. So, not a ton. I mean, there's plenty, but there's not a ton.
Yeah.
And it's not the same style at all. None of us bring the same style as some of these mainstream approaches. Because, you know, it'd be really challenging to, I've tried to sit down and make a top 10 list. It's so hard. You know, top 10 most strange relationships, strangest family ties, that kind of stuff. You know, it's difficult. It's difficult because everybody has a strange connection to everybody. And how do you pick 10 of them? You know, Easter egg breakdowns, those are challenging to do on soaps because there aren't really any.
Yeah.
You know, there's no secret. Well, I mean, there might be some, but they're few and far between. Well, we would have to go, well, this photo is of the Quartermains and has it has Edward and Lila. Those actors are in this photo. That's the best that we would be able to do soap wise. On the other side of this, side of the dial with Star Trek, there's all kinds of different nerdy things and knowing what the frequency of the transporter beam is, and
it's just different,
which is super different. And that's not the energy that I can bring because I don't know that stuff. I'm still just a fan. I still just sit there and just love watching it.
Yeah.
I'm not technical about it at all. So anyway, whatever. Random nonsense here on a Wednesday. I don't even know what my point was. I was just talking. Double C says you can see Jungle Boy, who's Jack Perry. It's the guy we were just Luke Perry's kid, being the next AJ Styles if they give him the right push. AJ Styles probably isn't a name that you know, but he's a more recent famous guy. Leanne says that Trekkies are a hard bunch to impress. It's true, which is why I'm not trying to impress anybody. I'm just trying to talk about a show that I love with a dude that likes it too. You know?
There you go.
And that's the best that I can expect. That's the best that I can expect. Oh, goodness gracious. So check that out. There's
you know
three,
what? Let's talk about Miss Wonderful Performing Avery Pohl.
Okay, you want to talk about the amazing acting prowess of Avery Pohl? You want to talk about someone that could be spoken in the same breath as David Canary, John Lindstrom, Viola Hughes, Avery Pohl, when it comes to having just such a grasp of playing two polar opposites.
She, she is living Esme right now. She really is.
To be her, to be on this ride at such a young
Yeah.
age. Oh my God, she has to be having just all of the fun, all of it, just drinking this, and you can see it. Her blood curdling screams that she gets to do. I'm your father. uh, so
Or
so
yesterday when her
so
mother
so good.
hooked Austin right in front of her as well. Oh my God. It's so good. It's so
Oh
good.
God. Uh,
You know
Sandy
what? I
says
tell
no.
you what, I can tell you from this week what Esme is from this week is redeemable.
So yeah, so that's the big debate, isn't it? You know, I put you've definitely seen the tweet that I put up a couple of days ago, because the entire world has seen this tweet from a couple of days ago by now. It's gotten so much attention. I mean, all right, it hasn't broken the internet. The whole world hasn't seen it, but it had been a hot conversation piece on Twitter for a moment. That wasn't
Mhm.
controversial and wasn't talking smack about somebody else. um, so yeah, is she redeemable? Yes, yes. Every sub character is redeemable, but there are some things that probably should happen in order for it to be as most universally accepted as possible. Daisy says, I need Esme to pay for her crimes, amnesia or not.
Well,
That's one
she
of them.
might have to. She might have to, but I tell you who she got in the corner right now after today. I know, Matt, you didn't see it,
Oh,
but
I know she got a Collins family in her corner, doesn't she?
yeah, she does.
Well, she's Ryan's niece.
She, well, yeah, and the grandmother of her baby, and I'm not talking about her mama. The grandmother of her baby is going to stick by her.
Oh, yeah. So that's going to be the window for most of the audience to accept it. There's going to be a very loud contingent on Twitter that still doesn't like it, but we're definitely getting a redeemed Esme for however long it might be. She has to pay for. Nikisha says she has to pay for drugging and framing Trina. She has to pay for filming Cam and Joss. I don't think that she's not going to pay for these things.
I don't think she's not going to pay for them either, but I think she's going to maybe get a slap on the wrist that not everybody's going to be pleased with.
I think that the best thing to do.
Perhaps.
So this is what I would think. This is my thoughts on it. If I were to write it, Matt's writing Nook, everybody. Glad the baby was a boy, no baby switch.
Mm-hmm.
No baby switch. They listen to us. Anyway,
Yes, the baby was a boy today.
if I were to write it, this is what I would do. I would have Trina. I know people aren't going to like this particular part, but I would have Trina have more empathy for what's going on with Esme, because she was the first person to see her as a sopping wet puppy dog with no memory on the Haunted Star. That's a great access point. They could have a intense conversation about it, where Trina is like, hey, I am really mad that this happened. This was the absolute wrong thing to do. But I recognize that you are not that person any longer. I can forgive you. Or, well, I can't forgive her, but I can tolerate you. I can get to know you as you are now. That's not going to be 100% accepted by people, I don't think. But I think it's in line with the character. She's not a vengeful person.
I agree with you. I don't think the audience is going to be on board for that 100%. They're going to be pissed about it. However, it is in character with Trina.
It is in character with Trina.
It is. Yes, Trina is a forgiving person that, she's not a pushover, but she has a very empathetic heart.
Yes. Nikisha says only if Esme has genuine remorse, which is going to bring me to my next point. Nikisha, you and I are in the same wavelength right now, okay? Because new Esme will have genuine remorse. When she learns all of the things that old Esme did, she's going to feel like shiitake. She will have genuine and real remorse.
And I do think one of the things that's going to what's going to make her redeemable to a certain degree. And yes, I think she should be held accountable for what the crap she did too. However, she was manipulated by a madman that is very good at it.
She brought her own energy to it, but yes, there is manipulation in there as well. They can't do that during Black History Month. Black History Month is going to be over in about 4 or 6 days. This isn't going to happen in the month of February. Trina already asked Molly when Esme is going to jail, says Daisy. Trina and Esme have not had a subsequent conversation, which would lead to this empathetic change of heart and forgiveness. This isn't going to be something that Trina would decide on her own. This would be something that would have to be earned through conversation and a showcase of genuine remorse from Esme. Mm-hmm. Trina will test it. She learned from Ava. She's going to play a part and try to get Esme to break. And when Esme doesn't break, that is when she will start to soften her heart and her spirit toward this new person who has done nothing wrong.
You are going to love today's episode when you see it, Matt.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you sure will.
Ryan didn't tell her to do the sex tape. Those crimes are the only ones I care about. Yeah, so, she brought some of it, her own energy to it for sure.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. She needs to apologize for her victim sincerely. Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
And all of that will come to play.
Absolutely.
On the other hand, on the other side of the court, this is going to take months, you guys. This isn't going to be, by the time May comes around, everybody's going to be like best friends with Esme. This isn't going to happen until the beginning of next year or longer. This is GH we're talking about. This is going to take a while. On top of that, all right, and then we have the other side of the coin. You flip that thing over and you got Jocelyn, who is out for blood and will not budge on punishing this person to the fullest extent of the law, locking her away for as long as humanly possible. She's going to, look at me just making stuff up. She's going to, she's going to position it as in, I'm fighting this for you, Trina. I'm doing this for you, Trina. But, Joss isn't a great friend to Trina right now. She's really doing it for herself, for revenge. Because this is what led me to fall for Dex. This is what kind of put the wedge between me and Cameron. Like and then I'm, all this Carly excuse that she's going to give herself for being a royal, horrible, out for blood vengeance person.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be the difference in the story. And so she's going to get heavy energy from both sides. She's going to get forgiving energy from the Collinses. Maybe even from Spencer. Maybe even from Trina. And she's going to get intensity from Carly and from Jocelyn and from that side of things.
Yeah.
All the while, poor Cameron's going to be falling in love with her or something.
I thought about that.
Esme's future, Jagarius.
Well, the people that are going to feel some sympathy for Esme are going to be the people that witnessed her terror this week. And yes, there was some terror. Mm-hmm. Is Esme a bad person? Yeah. But right now, is she a scared, sniveling little victim? Yeah. I do believe that she's not faking a gosh darn thing.
No, she's not.
That girl is scared to death.
Yeah,
and she was kidnapped by her wackadoodle parents.
Mm-hmm.
My gosh.
Who immediately broke out of prison and were like, all right, so how do we position it so the other one dies? Because, Heather was like, hey, take this gun and go shoot him. You want to go shoot him, right, Ava? And then when when Ryan was trying to deliver the baby yesterday, he's like, it's going to be great. It's going to be you and me and the baby and Ava, and we're getting out of here. He didn't mention Heather. So it's like, as soon as they got out, they were done with each other.
Oh, yes. Heather was like, I'm going to have somebody kill him as soon as possible.
Daisy says it's not an excuse. Joss will not be a horrible person for wanting justice. I didn't say, all right, well, maybe I said horrible. I didn't mean that she would be a horrible person for wanting justice. I mean that she's going to be a horrible person toward innocent Esme.
Yes, but at the same time, you guys, Jocelyn's going to have to put on her panties and get out of bed with Dexter for any of that to happen.
Daisy, I also wanted to be very clear as well. And I'm not attacking you, Daisy. You're just making some very valid points. Sorry, Ma, you can't see this chat. And I just really want to set this particular fact straight when it comes to Esme's past. Esme is not responsible for the death of Liam. Esme locked the door that trapped Sasha and Gladys in the closet. But at the hospital, they were very, very, very clear when they said, you being locked away had nothing to do with this. This was going to happen no matter where you were.
Right.
Your delay to the hospital has not caused your baby to die.
Right.
They were very clear that being locked behind the closet did not have an impact on the likelihood of Liam surviving or the fact that she had the placental abrasion or rupture or whatever it was called.
Right.
I can't pull up the clip because I'm not good at that kind of stuff, but I am 100% sure they covered that.
Yep.
So she didn't, so she's not responsible for that, at least. At least the show isn't holding her responsible for that. You can hold her responsible for that if you want as an audience member. But the show's not doing it. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough and not everybody's going to like it. But this is what's happening. As for, you know, other thoughts that people are providing for Trina not being forgiving, I don't think that's what's going to happen. I can't say anything beyond that.
This is what I like. You know what? You brought up Trina, and I just thought about her, and I thought about her and Spencer kissing each other 100 times this week so far. Okay? This is what I'm grateful about. They did not kiss each other like they were dogs licking water.
No, they'd been practicing.
They didn't look all ugly like.
No. It was a 10 steps above. 10 steps above. 10 steps above the Trina and Cameron's kiss from a couple of years ago.
I liked it.
And that's what Trina and Cameron's was.
It was not,
It was bad. There's always the possibility that she had gotten to the hospital. He would have lived. The doctor said that because they didn't want Sasha to assign blame in her grief. That is a major addition to something that was not included in the script. That's I just, until the show says something like that, Nikisha, I'm not sure that's the case. I think that was meant to be taken as fact and not a lie to Sasha to make her feel better. Because if that was the case, I feel like they would still be talking about it. They mention the drugging every once in a while. They mention the sex tape a lot. I think they would mention the death of Liam. What they haven't made Esme is a murderer or responsible fully for the death of somebody else. I can't think of anybody that she's killed. Remind me if I'm wrong.
No, but she's had some disregard for people and not cared about, you know. No, as far as kill people. No, actually, yes, she did.
Who'd she kill? I forget.
She tried to kill him and damn near did kill him.
Oz?
The drug dealer guy.
Oz. Oh, yes. Oh, well, she tried to drug him. So, whatever.
Well, she did drug him and she damn near died.
She is and always will be a villain. Daisy is very secure in her opinion, Ma. Very secure. I'm not going to be able to get her to think along a different line or even accept a different path.
Well, you don't have to because she can stand firmly in her belief.
She does. She stands very firmly in her hatred for villainous Esme, who will never earn an ounce of forgiveness in her heart.
Well,
but hey, you know what's good? You know where your line is. Really. That's a good thing.
Yeah, it's hard for me to forgive Nina too, so I understand.
There you go. They need to play out the race issue between Esme and Trina. They are not. They haven't touched it other than a conversation between Jordan and Portia, and that is what you're going to get. Because, oh my God, what a Pandora's box that they need to avoid. Because there's no way they would get it right.
Matt, wait till there's so many good things today that you haven't seen yet.
I know.
Wait till you see Real today.
Well,
so good.
Well, I can't watch Wednesday and podcast on Wednesday because I just don't.
I know.
Now, if I had regular TV or like a live TV or something, then maybe. But I gotta wait for Hulu to decide that I can watch it.
I know. Yeah. I understand.
Yeah. Esme did not kill Oz. Heather killed Oz. But Esme did try to, like, drug him or something. Or did drug him. Didn't he go in the hospital? He's in a coma or something?
Yeah, she, like, went to his apartment and put a bunch of dope in his drink. Damn near killed him and went in a coma.
Mm-hmm. They could have Laura be the one who stands up for Esme. They could, and they probably will. Trina shouldn't play that role. I still think that she's going to.
After today's show, you will see that Laura...
Yeah, I'll see it.
Yeah.
I'll see it. Anyway, Daisy, I could talk to you forever about this. We should probably move on to other topics. Like, thank you, everybody who subscribed to us and pushed us past 500.
That's good news, huh?
Thanks, everybody. Keep it up. We hit that milestone. The next one means that I could put advertising banners at the bottom and we can make 5 cents.
Yeah.
Aren't you excited about that? So no, that's awesome. That's a great milestone. It took us to just over a year to get that, and you know, we're smashing it on Facebook and Twitter. You know, so thank you everybody for just coming in and tuning in and enjoying the ride here on the 5th floor. Okay, Nikisha. Now here's the fun thing. All right, Nikisha, let's talk about this one. Mom, do you remember Morgan Corinthos?
Of course.
He got blown up.
Yeah, but they got no body.
Yeah, well, you know, they never have a body, right? Unless Mac or Felicia kills you, then they find the body.
They got them the body today.
Nikisha says that part of her soap fantasies, because she what she does is she adds what she wants to it into the stories in her brain, is what she does. So it's a fun little thing.
Well, she's similar to you then. You do that too.
Well, I try to figure out why people do stuff without them telling me why people do stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, Nikisha says, just like I think Avery is Morgan's, and Carly changed the DNA test. Ooh, wouldn't that be something?
Wouldn't that be nasty?
Nikisha believes that, even though it didn't happen. Thank you, Janet, for the compliment. Oh, Nikisha, that's good. That's good. I love the energy. I love the whimsical approach to soaps, because I really think that's what people need to come to. I don't think that you all like I know you or telling you what to do like I'm your dad or something. I think coming to soaps with a element of whimsy, with an element of not seriousness, with an element of just losing yourself in the stupidness that you see on the screen is where the fun is at. When you start looking for realism or reality or hardcore justice to a goofy ass soap character that would not exist in real life, you start to lose what soaps is about. In my opinion, watch it how you want, but you lose a lot of the fun when you're getting so mad that somebody's not getting their comeuppance.
I tell you what, there is not an episode of General Hospital that I watch that I don't laugh at.
Right? Because it's
every
a crazy show.
Single episode, I laugh at something.
Yeah, there's always something to laugh at.
Even if it's just the ridiculousness of it all.
Just come on. Come on. Esme has memory loss because she jumped off a parapet of a castle. Come on, it's goofy. We have all this Ryan and Heather stuff happening with Nicholas rotting in a closet nearby.
I tell you what, though, General Hospital, February, you guys have been kicking ass. Right?
Yeah, like it's been a great February sweeps.
It sure has.
It has been. Leanne says that she loved listening or watching John Lindstrom joke all week about negotiations for paying double time. I don't think they've done expiring yet, Daisy. I think that they haven't done that, but I am pretty sure that this is what I said on the podcast last week. It's going to be the case wherever, you know, they're searching the grounds, they find Nicholas, and Ava's like, oh no, oh God. Ryan and Heather killed Nicholas. What are we going to do? Or they're going to open the closet and he's not going to be there because he's not dead. Listen, we don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know if Nicholas is dead or alive. All we know is that he got bashed over the head and thrown in the closet.
We don't even know
and then he couldn't do our show.
Still
That's all
on
I
the
know.
island somewhere.
That's all I know.
We don't know that either. Mason could be still on the island.
Mason. Did they do something with Olivia Jerome today?
No.
No? Okay. That was just people making stuff up on Twitter then.
I didn't see anything that made me think of her at all.
Okay. I don't know. All I know is that Austin got hooked, he passed out, and then got up and sat in a chair. That's something to laugh at. That's goofy.
He seemed to be just fine.
He's just fine.
He just needed a Band-Aid. That's it.
When will Nicholas be returning, in your opinion? Sooner rather than later. I don't think that they're necessarily on set filming new stuff, but I think it'll be closer to 3 months than 10 months. That's my guess.
Maybe around the time of the 60th anniversary.
They would have to be filming it right now or very soon.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We don't know.
I don't know, but it does sound like I need to watch today's episode, though, because it was heavy impact. As Max Updates GH would probably say, this should have been a Friday.
I tell you, last Friday's episode made me feel more like I was watching a end of the week show more than usual. You know?
Okay. Well, maybe it'll putter out. It won't be very impactful by Friday. I don't know. We didn't get that Sprina SEX that people wanted yet, though. Even though Trina was all about it.
Well, I was so good, though.
It was good, and he was so respectful. You know what I really liked, too? Like, so she was going after his shirt, and then she stopped him, right? Or he stopped her, and then he's like, no, we can't do that. You know, I want to be perfect with wine and rose petals and satin sheets and, you know, on some coast of the Maldives coast or something, you know? Excuse me. And then I thought it was kind of great that she was like, I don't know if I like it when you're trying to be noble. And I don't think she was being, like, playful with it. I think she was serious. Like, I don't know. I kind of like it when you're like...
I loved it. I thought he did the exact right thing, you know? He would lay you down on the bottom of this, you know, cement floor and this... No.
Oh, no.
No.
No, not when it comes to true young love.
Yeah.
No, it comes to true young.
And him saying that, you know, would make her feel better, but only for a minute. Oh, it was good. It was good.
Oh my gosh. I want Tyler Christopher back, Nicholas, and it turned out the other guy was Connor Bishop. That's a prominent thing that people wanted. I don't know. We'll see. Did they rewrite Trina's history? I don't think so. I think it's always been the same. Because this parental thing has been 2 years in the making, and Trina's been on the show for 3, 4. So if there's any rewrites in there. I don't know. I don't know, Mo. I don't know. All I know is that we got a bunch of subscribers. Thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do so. Like the video if you haven't done that yet, please. You know, when we're done, circle back around and say, I had a lot of time talking about insert topic here. That way it's easier for people to find the video on a rewatch. But I don't know. I feel like I need to go watch GH because you got me so excited for it. What's up, Ma?
Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
You know what? One of the coolest things about being able to come down there again and go to the convention with you?
What's that? Is that to hang out with me?
Hang out with you, and I'm going to finally take Taj's big giant ass poster to your house.
Take it out of your room and put it in my room. Yeah, that's super good. You got me excited about today's show, so I'm gonna go watch it.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do. I do wish I can see the great Sprina chemistry. I wish you could too, Daisy. You're missing. I mean, I don't want to make you feel bad by saying you're missing out. But you are missing out on an element of the show that is prominent right now and is only going to become more prominent as time goes on. Now that they have...
I tell you, there is, you know, at the 60th anniversary magazine that we just purchased, one for myself, one for Matt.
Yeah.
That's not a coincidence that Luke and Laura and Spencer and Trina are on the cover.
Yeah.
That's not a coincidence.
The first, or the first big and the current big.
Yes.
There's so much in store for that pairing. So hopefully there's something that if you're missing it, not just you specifically, Daisy, but anybody else that might be missing it, hopefully you find something to like here in the next couple of months. Because now that it's on, it's going to be on. We're not going to get, it's going to be like Sunny and Nina, you know, where that is the prominent part of their stories, of their characters, of their scenes, is going to be them together talking about these issues that they're going through.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna watch a show now. I'm gonna watch a show.
All right, go do that.
Yeah, I had a good time, Ma. Thanks for texting me.
Oh, you're welcome.
So we'll try to do this again another Wednesday. But other than that, we're here every Sunday morning at 11 a.m. unless we got something else going on. But we don't have anything else going on right now, so we'll be here Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Talk about the whole week. Oh God, no, not Sunny and Neat. I just said that as a comparison. Not the same, but just as a comparison for like the style of scenes. Because TJ and Molly are together, but they never do anything together.
No.
And then you've got Obrecht and Scotty who are together, and sometimes they do stuff separately, sometimes they do stuff together, but it's not always together. Spring is always.
Scotty's on today too.
Anyway, thanks Nikisha, thank you everybody, and thanks Leanne, and thank you Daisy, and thank you Mom, and thank you Janet, and thank you Juanita, and thank you Jacarius, and Double C, and Leanne, I think I said that, and anybody else that participated in the chat that I didn't read.
And come back and see us on Sunday morning at 11.
Sunday morning at 11 a.m. live right
come
here
back
on the
and
10th
see
floor. So we're gonna go back down 5 floors, back down into the parking lot, not into the parking garage because it's not full. It's kind of empty, so there's plenty of room in the lot.
Right?
There's plenty of room in the lot. You go to your condo lot, turn your radio to previous episodes of the 10th floor, which you can find on all your podcasting platforms and right here on YouTube. Subscribe. If you can't find it on your favorite podcasting platform, reach out to me on Twitter at 10th floor GH, and I will point you in the right direction or add it to the podcasting app that you're looking for. And we have a good time on Twitter talking about GH all week long, so join the conversation. Right?
Absolutely.
Yes. Well, in the meantime, go spend some time with your families. I've been Matt.
I've been Kat.
And we'll catch you next time right here on the 10th floor. Bye.
Bye. Love you guys.